About our StudentCam contest. We've been seeing winners every day here on C-SPAN, and this year's contest theme is we asked students to give a message to President Obama. Here is this, our third prize winner, their video and their interview.
In the California town of Visalia, the food bank provided 5,000 meals for needy families. This year, the same town provided for 9,200 needy families. Without volunteers, many of these people would have little or no food to eat.
I don't think we would exist if we didn't have volunteers. We really are reliant on volunteers to do so much. There are no funds to pay people to do the kinds of things our volunteers do. Our volunteers also do a tremendous amount of donating of their, not just their time, but also of things. So our volunteers, once they realize the needs that people have, will bring extra socks, they'll bring extra clothes, they'll bring jackets, blankets, things that people need who are on the street. We couldn't do a 20th of what we do if we had to rely on paid people.
We are joined on the phone by Liam Sorahan, a third prize StudentCam winner who lives in Poway, California. Liam, why did you decide to focus on volunteering for your StudentCam documentary?
Well, we were trying to think of a topic to do, and I just thought, since the times that we're in, they're really bad for the economy's really bad, and we thought that it should be important for Barack Obama to come out, especially since he's so popular with younger people, to come out and urge Americans to volunteer, because when they get to volunteer, then their kids get to volunteer, and then it's kind of like a chain.
How would you advise President Obama to urge the American people to volunteer?
Well, like the day before the inauguration on the National Day of Service, he came out and volunteered, and I think that kind of urged people to volunteer because he's so popular.
Do you volunteer?
I do volunteer. I volunteer sometimes at the food bank.
What do you do there?
We usually just sort food or package boxes or throw away expired food and that kind of stuff.
How did you get involved with this type of volunteering?
My elementary school teacher, Mrs. Robinson, kind of got me interested in it, and I just thought it was a good thing to kind of give back to the community.
If you were talking to somebody who doesn't volunteer, what would you tell them are the benefits of volunteering?
It feels good to just help people that are in need and help people, and it feels good inside to do it. It's fun.
In your documentary, the people that you interviewed, why did you choose to interview these people, and what did you learn from them?
Well, I know all of them are pretty educated, and they know a lot about politics, and I just thought they would make a good contribution to my film, just with everything that they know.
Who'd you learn the most from?
Probably the Third Avenue Charitable Center, Jim Lovell, the director there, because we saw all the homeless people, and it wasn't just the interview. We actually helped there, so we saw everybody and how it's really affecting everybody.
What about food banks? What did you learn about how they're being affected?
Well, from Maureen Palmaday, she told me that there are more and more people coming in from around the county that didn't used to come from before, and demand has risen a ton. Increase in donations has gone up, but demand has risen almost 100%.
What about your community? Has it been affected by the economy?
Well, my favorite teacher this year, Mrs. Reza, got Teacher of the Year one day, and the next day she got a pink slip. So it's definitely affecting, and there are stores closing down, and you can definitely see that there's a change.
Do your friends also volunteer like you, or your family members?
My family members, we do volunteer. Like my mom and my dad, we volunteer, but not really my friends. My friends don't really know that I volunteer.
And overall, what would you say you learned from this entire process of putting together your StudentCam documentary?
Well, I think that making the documentary, it wasn't just on that. You actually you learned a ton about just how different perspectives of volunteering and different people in need, and just how important it is to really get out there and volunteer.
Liam Sorahan, thank you.
Thank you.
You can watch Liam's winning video as well as all of our winning StudentCam videos at www.studentcam.org.
Washington Journal continues.